Hi, my name is Dwayne Pirates. I'm a solutions architect at ORock Technologies. I will be going over the ORock OpenStack GUI. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of the GUI interface and feature locations. The first screen we see is the logon screen. Enter your domain, username, password. See your sales representative to get this information. Click Connect to continue. The first thing we see is our compute overview. Starting from the top, we have the ORock Cloud logo. Clicking on this logo will bring you back to this compute overview screen. Next is the project button. Clicking here will give you the action items below this line. Next is identity. Clicking here will give you information about your users, projects, and application credentials. On the right-hand side of the screen, we have managing regions. This is where we change where our compute will reside. We have two regions showing US East 1, US West 1. I'm currently on US West 1. Next to it is project. This is where you change your project if you have more than one. Next, we have the help button. Clicking here will take you to our sales and technical support website. Lastly, we have our username. You can change settings, change your password, or log out. Looking at the next row of buttons, we have project. Click on project and API access. Here we show the API access URLs. Contact us on more information on how to use these URLs. On the right, we have three buttons. View credentials will show us information about our project. Recreate EC2 credentials will recreate our EC2 credentials. Download OpenStack RC file will download a file, and we'll cover the usage of this file in another video. Let's look at compute. Compute, volumes, and network are the first three areas people will work with. This is the same screen we first saw after logging onto the system. The screen shows the compute, volume, and network resources used and what is available. Compute shows the instances, virtual CPUs and RAM. Volume shows volumes, volume snapshots, and volume storage. Network shows floating IPs, which are externally accessible IP addresses, security groups, security group rules, which are firewall rules, networks, ports, and routers. Scrolling down, we see usage summary. We can get usage over a specific time period from here. Let's look at compute instances. This is where you would create and launch a compute instance. We'll cover how to do that in another video. For now, you can see a GitLab instance running with information about it. Let's look at images. Images are your base operating system images. They're like a fresh install of the operating system. We'll take a better look at images in another video. Let's look at key pairs. Key pairs are where you upload your public SSH key. That key is then injected into the operating system so that you can access it. We'll take a better look on how to use this in another video. The last tab is server groups. Server groups provides a mechanism to group servers according to a policy. Let's look at volumes. Volumes are block storage for compute instances. We will create a volume in another video when we create a compute instance. Let's look at backups. Backups are a backup of a volume to a different media. Continuing on with snapshots. Snapshots are a point in time in your volume. They're different than backups. Next is groups, which are groups of volumes. After that is group snapshots, which are snapshots of groups of volumes. Let's look at network. Network topology shows how our networks are connected in a graphical form. We have external floating IPs connected to a router, connected to the GitLab network, connected to our GitLab instance. External floating IPs are IP addresses that are accessible by the internet. GitLab network is a private network that we've created. We'll show how to create this in another video. There are two views of the network, topology and graph. There are different ways to view the network and connections. In this screen, we can create an instance by pressing the Launch Instance button, also create a network, and create a router. We'll cover those in a different video. Next tab is Networks, which lists our networks and information about them. We can also create and delete networks here. We'll cover this in another video. Next tab is Routers, which lists our routers and information about them. We can create and delete routers here. We'll cover that in another video. Next is security groups. Security groups are firewall rules. We'll look at how to create and delete these rules in another video. Last tab in network is floating IPs. These are our externally allocated IP addresses. These addresses are accessible by the internet. They are translated to a private local address so that we can access our compute instance from the internet. Next in network is orchestration. Orchestration is a templating service. It allows us to create templates for all aspects of the server's network and routers. This is an advanced topic, and there's a lot of information about how to create and use orchestration on the internet. Contact us if you'd like more information. The last tab is Object Store. Objects are mainly files. We store objects in containers. Objects are different than volumes, as we can see the file without needing to connect to a compute instance. We'll see how to use Object Store in another video. This has been a high-level overview of the ORock OpenStack GUI. I hope it has been useful. Thanks for watching. My name is Dwayne Potratz. Please contact us for more information or see some of our other videos.